had a change of heart. I didn't have a change of heart. I don't think any of us did, but yet this is what you gave him a directive to do. Not true. These are the kind of things that we have to bring out in this community. All the micromanaging, the terrible things that are taking place in City Hall. And yes, the morale is horrible, not because of Daniel Mira, but because after you got elected, there was a major paradigm change in your personality. You walk around there as though you're King Lear. Listen, it is not good what you have done to destroy this man's reputation for your own personal reasons. I'm very disappointed in you. As you know, I supported you when you wanted to be mayor when Bobby resigned. I supported you when you ran for mayor, and after you won, you just absolutely became a different person. You do not override council directives. That's all there is to it.
Councilmember Sanchez, when you learn to understand how government works, I am the manager's direct supervisor. I will override when it comes to day-to-day operations if I feel it's not the effective management, and you have nothing to do to say.
I'm telling you that if we as a council give the town manager a directive to do something, you cannot override that.
Yeah, and I haven't overrode it.
Oh, yes,
I have overridden one of your frivolous, when you were involved in the negativity of the schools, and you asked Marietta directly to put $100,000 in the school account. You know it's true. You know it's true. I overrode it.
Some of us can lie better, man. That's what it amounts to. And you've got the crown for that.
I was warned by you, by previous mayors, previous council mayors, every single one of them. Are you saying every single one of them is wrong? I mean, you know, Councilmember Sanchez, you know, you read out the negativity. Go on with your agenda item.
I want transparency in this government, and I'm going to go into the budget items.
Go on to your budget items.
The first thing I want to do is take out the 2011-2012 budget the $6,600 car allowance that you have because it's against the law. You've been collecting it, and you have no legal right to collect this. You do have the right to collect reimbursable expenses for traveling, etc. Your salary is set up as a percentage of what is paid at the county. And by accepting the $6,600, you're breaking the law. Therefore, I'm suggesting that you take this off the agenda.
Councilmember Sanchez, this procedure, you brought up this issue where you were checking my travel, and you determined that I only had $900, whereas previous council members used to have $6,000 and $7,000 before we cut travel. The $6,600 has been, it's a practice that has been doing. I didn't implement that. It's been the practice since before the previous mayors. So if you have something that says that it's against the law or that the procedure is wrong, I have absolutely no problem looking at it. But you cannot, and just to forewarn you moving forward, this agenda item that you have here is basically to give general direction. If you want specific items to be addressed on this budget, you have to put it on the agenda accordingly. You cannot put a generalization on a budget and say general budget concerns and possible action. That's not open transfer. Is that your idea of open and transparency?
It says budget consideration and possible action.
On what?
Well, that's what I'm going over. But
then we would need an in-depth.
All right. If that's the case, then we'll put it on the next meeting, be it special or the regular meeting. Absolutely. Now, to say that this has been going on forever reminds me of a comment that was made to me when I was on the council the first time. We went into an executive session, and there was a presentation made to the council. And I had been studying it, and I said, you can't do this. Well, why not? Because it's against the law. But that's the way we've always done it. Well, I think that when you discover something is against the law, you've got to stop it. Now, I didn't know that this was against the law, but apparently it is, and therefore I'm putting it on requested on the agenda for the next.
Councilmember Sanchez, you speak from both sides of your mouth. At the time when we discovered that Daniel Mira, the manager's car allowance was at $13,000 a year, we discovered that it was not in accordance with policies. Then we ended up lowering it, and the manager's suggestion was that we make him whole of what he'd be losing. The council approved it. The council approved it.
Okay, so the council will do it.
So-
In your position.
So you speak from, when you say open and transparency, it's ridiculous. So go on with your rest of your nonsense, please.
The rest of my nonsense. All right, fine. I want to remove the $6,000 from the Mother's Day celebration. Taking the word Mother's Day on your service, making some great to the people who probably is, except for the fact that they don't really benefit from this. It's a great venue to support your own music and so forth. And you know, it's a poor dog who doesn't wag his own tail, so I can see that. But Mayor, you charge for advertising.
Take it out, Gene. Take it out. Do me a favor. I don't need to do the Mother's Day. I do it for this community. Unlike you, don't do anything for this community.
Oh, okay.
Other than breed off the negativity and create havoc. Go, take it out.
Okay. Well, we'll take it off.
Is that the pleasure of the council? That's an agenda?
Or do you want me to finish the rest of this?
Well, let's go one by one.
Okay,
Is that the pleasure of the council? Gene, this is exactly what you do.
Financial benefit.
Gene, just like a maggot on roadkill, you benefit on stuff like this. You do this at the schools, and since your cronies and your buddies got out of the office, now you're trying to find it here. We went through the budget, you didn't say a word.